Yeah.
So what I really wanted to talk about today, and hopefully once I get this recorded, I can just upload it back over, was Leadership Academy, because a lot of our peers are posting for people to sign up for Leadership Academy, but I thought a video would be fun because was part of they call it NARLA, National Association of Realtors Leadership Academy, NARLA, class of 2019. And Daryl was my little brother class of 2020. So I just wanted to talk about Leadership Academy and why people should apply. The main reason everyone tells you is because of the relationships you build, but I wanted to show you that it's beyond even your class. So every year they choose about 18 or 19 people, depending on which best class ever you're a part of. And you get to know those people really well, but you also get to know all the alumni of Leadership Academy. So, you want to talk about your experiences a little bit, Daryl?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Kim. For me, yeah, you're right. It was the relationships, not only within my class. My class was the best class ever, like everybody else's class. But I did really enjoy the the sort of a big brother, big sister type of relationship that I shared with you, and it was such a funny coincidence because um, I just had met you um, at a RPAC event, right? I think it was
Yes.
an RPAC event,
Mm-hmm.
um, and then I didn't even say anything or talk to you, but I saw you got into the 2019 Leadership Academy, which was super cool, and by chance, we got selected as being you're my big sister and I'm your little brother, and that was super awesome. It provided me, there was anything that we were going through that I needed help on, I knew I could reach out to you, and we did. We actually utilized that connection, so that was super awesome.
It was. So every year each class has some kind of a class project. So as his little group of his class projects were happening, they invited all of their big brothers and big sisters in just to kind of go over what they were working on to make sure they were moving in the right direction. And of course they were. How did that turn out?
Well, we were faced with the not meeting in person because of the pandemic, and we just wanted to try to use you folks as a resource. That was super cool. Where did you lose me there?
I can still hear you.
Oh no, go
But
ahead.
there you are.
Um, the, you, okay, okay. Sorry about that. I did turn off my notifications, but yeah. So we did wanted to use you folks as a resource, and we felt like reaching out to our our bigs was the perfect resource at the time, because who else can we meet with in person? And using Zoom, we were able to connect with you guys, and you guys provided a lot of insights of the experience that you guys went through. Our experience is totally different, and we know that your experience were different as well. But it did help us definitely in moving our project forward. And yeah, it was valuable. So thank you.
I think the goal for anyone who's been through Leadership Academy really is engagement with our members. We are 1.4 million members as the Realtors Association, and all of us that have went through Leadership Academy really are there for the right reasons, I think, because we have our membership and our association at heart. So has how has it changed your life, or what did you learn from going through Leadership Academy?
For me, I learned a lot. It was a high level, like they said, high level bird's eye view of what NAR provides, as well as the connection between the three, the NAR level, the state level, and the local level. Um, I learned a lot more about the inner workings of what the RPAC investments come into play. I serve as a federal political coordinator,
Ooh,
and
nice.
even that was touched upon in the class. So just a big, yeah, there was so much that I learned. I cannot even just choose one. To me, it was a very worthwhile experience. And a lot of us in our class are like, let's do a do-over because of this pandemic. And I believe we would, we would do it again. But I'm a happy graduate, so thank you.
I vote for a do-over for you. I can't imagine. And that's maybe something we should talk about, because I think people applying now would be part of the 2023 class.
Yes.
So they hopefully will be back together. But even if you're not, even if it's still via Zoom, you still obviously got a lot out of your class meeting via Zoom.
Yeah, we did. We 2020's word was we pivoted, and with Zoom and the communication, I was the what is this, behind in time, I guess you can say, because everybody was on the continental US and I'm in Hawaii. So it was all right. It worked out, and Zoom was a perfect vehicle for it. But yeah, we did miss the in-person interaction. We all were very thankful that we got to meet in January in person. So that kind of solidified our bond even more.
Well, if you have I think you should be able to have graduation again. So if we get to meet in person in November, we should have 2 years worth of graduations, I think.
Yes, I don't think anyone would not want that to happen. So definitely that's what we're all looking forward to.
The only thing I want to add is, again, I didn't want to be the broken record that everyone talks about the relationships within your class, which is amazing. But even I learned so much about myself, and just working with different people, seeing different perspectives from around the country. I'm in kind of a medium board with about 1,000 realtors in my local, and I'm serving as president this year. But we had people in our class that were from South Dakota with, 70 members. And we had people in Florida with tens of thousands of members. So seeing those different perspectives was just very valuable for my personal knowledge and learning and growth. So.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I come from a large board, I guess you can say, but it was truly a resource, or a part of the Leadership Academy that I didn't know I was going to gain, was that the connections to see through small boards, medium boards, and large boards, even a mega board. But yeah, the connections it is super what a lot of people talk about, and I love it. Coming from somewhere in the middle of the Pacific of the Ocean, connecting with everyone on the continental US. We are a part of the United States, by the way. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I love it. Now I have some faces to look forward to seeing when I do come out to the national conferences and whatnot. And it makes me feel a little bit more comfortable in my leadership journey, wherever it would take me. So thank you.
Awesome. Well, I didn't want to make this too long either, so thank you for sharing. I'm going to stop recording. So,
thank you, Kim.